So what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to take a look at a 2020 Ram 1500 Bighorn with the night package. I'm very excited to show you guys this truck. I'm just taking a quick spin in it and I want to just kind of get a feel for the performance, so hang tight. When Ram first introduced the 2019 Ram, I never had a chance to really show you guys because I hadn't quite started my channel yet. But I did a bunch of videos on the truck, but never decided to show them to you because they weren't really good. But now that I've had a chance to really explore the Ram heavy duty brand, I want to kind of get back into the half-ton pickup trucks. And I got to tell you, this truck has a lot of performance, and you cannot deny a half-ton ride. I understand why guys and girls alike choose to buy this truck over a heavy duty as a daily driver and to sometimes tow pretty big trailers. It's kind of hard to overlook this ride. I mean, this is just, it's butter. And I'm kind of glad I'm driving this truck today because I've had a chance to drive a heavy duty truck before this. And I was reminded very quickly how well this truck handles, how well it drives, just how quiet it is. And this truck is no exception to quietness. I mean, if I turn off the AC, I mean, I'm running at about just over 1,000 RPMs at about 40 miles an hour. If I were to pick it up to about 55, it takes no time to get there, by the way. Right now I'm at about, well, I'm in a high gear right now. Okay, so it shifted down. Now I'm just a hair over 1,500 RPMs. And this truck now 1,200 RPMs. And this truck is just extremely quiet. Now this truck does have an 8-speed transmission. And what that means, of course, is you're going to get probably the best fuel economy out of a truck like this, especially with it having a 3:21 gear ratio. You're going to easily get into the 20s. Now this truck does have MDS, so it has that active cylinders where it turns off 4, and yeah, you have a lot of things set up here to get the best fuel economy. Now this truck does not have e-torque. That's the only thing it's missing, but for now I'm happy for what I see, and I think that once you guys see around this truck, you're gonna really love what you see. This night package is really cool. It's really called a night edition. I call it the night package. I don't know why, but I'm gonna show you guys a rolling start run here in a second. All right, here we go. A lot of performance there. All right, here's a good launch. Wow. Takes it no time to get up to 60. If you're in the market for this truck and you're looking for max tow, I would strongly recommend getting the highest rear axle ratio. I think it's a 391 or 392. And if you're not familiar with this truck does have a 5.7 liter V8. They just announced that the Eco Diesel will be brought back in. Now that's going to have 480 pound-feet of torque. But for now, if you're looking at the trucks currently, you're going to get the 5.7 with 410 pound-feet of torque, which is really good, 395 horsepower. And as you just saw just now, I mean, this truck has no problem getting up to speed. I do notice that this seat is kind of different from my heavy duty. It's very comfortable. Visibility is, of course, really good. They give you some convex mirrors on each mirror, and I just know that just looking out this truck is just really easy to do. One thing I love about this truck that my truck does not have is it does have a telescoping steering wheel, so if you want to really get it adjusted perfectly, you can in this truck. This truck is so soft. I just have not had a chance to drive these trucks in a while, and because I have a heavy duty truck, it really does kind of take you back, like, wow, trucks have come a long way. They really have. So if you're new to my channel, one thing I always do is I always show you guys the window sticker because I want to kind of give you an idea of the options and features on this truck, and that way you kind of have a better idea of what the payload number is based off of that. And I normally show you guys a look on the interior and the exterior, and sometimes, not all the time, I'll go for a drive in the truck. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker. So as I mentioned, this is going to be a 2020 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4. Base price for the truck is $42,840. Now these are going to be some of the optional and standard features. As you know, that 5.7 is an option, and it would be mated to an 8-speed transmission, which is the 8 HP 75. Now this is going to be a very short list of some of the standard features for this truck. As you see, it does have a 321 rear axle. So when you're looking at the fuel economy numbers, make sure you understand that this is based off of that, okay? 26-gallon fuel tank, and that's for the interior. Now these are going to be your optional packages and equipment. Now this does, as I mentioned, let's have the night edition. We're just going to give you those 20-inch black wheels. It's going to give you some black exterior badging, and the headlamps are going to have like a black accent to it also. And the same thing goes for the interior. You're going to have some black interior accents, and they're going to have like the upgraded cloth seats. Now that Bighorn Level 2 equipment group, I mean, just take a look at everything that's inside of here, from that universal garage door opener all the way up to the second row in-floor storage bins. I strongly recommend just get this package. It's $2,400, and there's just a lot of value. I mean, just the dampened tailgate, heated front seats, powered adjustable driver's seat, front and rear parking sensors. I mean, there's so many things that I can point out in here that I would just strongly recommend. You get a Class 4 receiver hitch. You get the 7-inch cluster, the 8.4-inch touchscreen display. And that has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So make sure you opt for this package if you're building your truck. Anti-spin differential rear axle. 5.7 V8 is going to be $14.95. Rear wheelhouse liners is $195. Trailer brake controller, strongly recommend you get that too, $295. And destination comes in at $16.95, and total price $51,310. So taking a look out back, as you can see, you do have a black door card. It gives you like a nice little black accent trim package with some silver accents too. Now this is going to be a Bighorn, so you are going to have cloth seats, and from the previous generation to now, I really love this design a lot better than what they used to do. And in a center console in the rear, as you can see, you do have that black accent up top. I love that they put like the silver accents on some of the interior in the rear. It really does make it give a little bit more class. They give you some USBs down there. That 115 outlet was optional too. And as you can see, you just have just a really nice interior overall. Now these bins were also an option too, and you can pull these out also. Just below the seat, there isn't any storage, but they do give you some things that hang things right here. And of course, your seat does go up on each side. So you do have a 60/40 bench back in the back. And of course, your airbags are going to be back in the rear too. Now they do not give you any LED lights from the factory for the Bighorn. I believe that you can opt to have that with certain packages. I will notate that for you. Now let's move up to the front. So up front, as I mentioned, you do have a telescoping steering wheel. They give you these nice clear gauges in this 7-inch cluster screen here, and very clear, very easy to read. As you can see, I'm in your vehicle info. It does show you, where you are. Actually, let's go to number 1. The first option is the speedometer. You can change this to kilometers by just clicking the OK button. You basically have a toggle switch here to control that screen. Very easy to use. And then just really quick, I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna start from the beginning. So tire pressure, coolant temp, trans temp, oil pressure, life of the oil, battery voltage, and then back to your gauge summary, and then engine hours. And then moving on down, shows you your fuel economy, shows you trip info for trip A, trip B. Trailer tow, if you scoot over to the right, it will show you your trailer brake when you hit the brakes, and you can adjust that right off to the side here by doing this. And you can add gain. You can see in the top left hand corner there, I'm taking out the gain. putting it down to 0. Moving on, you can control your audio, and then any stored messages, like if you have a bulb out or if you have any message that comes up for the truck, it will come up here. And there'll actually be like a chime too that will come up. And you can customize the screen too. You can actually change the compass, the degrees outside, and then the gauges below if you'd like. And you can change these two, I guess you can call them gauges too if you like. And then like I say, it just takes you back to the speedometer. Now as you saw, this 8.4 inch display is optional. Now you do not have navigation on this, but you do have Apple CarPlay. So if you have Google Maps or Waze, you can plug your phone in and you then have navigation for this. So you can save yourself, I think it's $700 for that option. This screen, I've raved about it in the past. Won't spend too much time on it, but you do have a backup camera, very clear if you would like to zoom in. And of course, the truck has an auto dimming mirror. Your heated seats are right there, and they are also below, including the steering wheel. Dual climate control was optional too. And my favorite part about the Ram trucks is how clean that they set this up here. So traction control, tow haul mode. You have your parking sensors front and rear, which again was optional. As you see, a lot of things are optional on this truck, but again, they are available, which is good. Now up top, you do have your lighting. You can actually slide your rear glass, and you have a place for your glasses here. And you can actually have additional storage up top. And then they give you home link too. I mean, I don't need to spend too much time on the interior because most of you guys have seen the interior of these trucks. I'm just excited to show you guys the night edition because they just, unveiled that for the 2020 model year. So let's go ahead and take a look on the outside. So taking a look at the front of the truck, as you see, you do have a painted black grille, and you have the painted bezel of the headlights. And it just looks really, really good. Black badging. They do black out the wheels also for you. And then of course some of that black badging is following the truck there. I love that they put the turn signals on the mirrors. Again, it just really makes the truck look more upscale. Now, if you would like the LED headlights, that is available on the Bighorn. You just have to opt for it. I love the fact that the bumpers are painted too with the night edition too. It really does really bring this package together. I mean, there's really no chrome on this truck except for maybe just if you want to be picky on the mirror there, which you can probably put some black tint on if you really don't want to see that. But overall, it looks really good. And I mean, as you saw, the ride of this truck is just absolutely amazing. You do have an independent suspension on this truck too, which is really going to contribute to the ride. And if you're not familiar, Ram does use coil springs in the rear of the truck too. I mean, overall, just a really beautiful truck. You have the black exhaust tips on the rear, painted bumpers. Love the black badging on this white truck too. Looks really good. Dampened tailgate was an option, but you do have it. And they do give you incandescent bulbs up top. And man, this white paint in this bed is like glaring. You can see the camera just below, where the tailgate button is there too. Now they do give you like some black accents inside the taillights also. Just for reference, this is what you would have just on like a standard headlight, just like a chrome style look to it. So what do you guys think? I mean, this is a really, really beautiful truck. You do have those parking sensors. I love what they've done with them. They put them on that black piece there. That way they're not stuck on the bumper. It really cleans up the back end of the truck. Same thing goes on the front end. The parking sensors are just hidden on the front end. You almost kind of miss them if you're not looking for them. But look at that front grille. That looks so sick. And the reason why I say it was painted, it does have like a sparkle to it. Normally this is blacked out, but this is painted, a painted bumper. Like this is blacked out right here, but this is a painted piece on the grille there. It looks really good, very clean. I'm glad that they did that too. It makes the truck look again more upscale, and it gives it that nice sporty look to it also. Now a package that they've had in the past for the 2019s was the sport appearance, And just to kind of give you an idea, like of course you're going to have a painted bumper, painted front grille to give that sporty feel, but you would have chrome wheels on this truck also. The interior is going to be about the same. This truck does have the lighting package, so you are going to have the LED headlights and taillights. But overall, I think I like the night edition a lot better. Now you saw the price on this truck, it was $51,840. Now it's not apples to apples, but this truck is going to be $57,045. Now again, this truck has a lot of options on it, and maybe if I have time I'll show you guys this truck in the future. But yeah, it's definitely a bargain for this truck here. So on my channel, I always show you guys the tow numbers if you are planning on towing a trailer, or if not, it's always good to know these numbers just in case you ever decide you want to tow with it. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. So for this 2020 Ram, you're going to have a gross axle weight rating up front of 3,900 pounds. The rear gross axle weight rating is going to be 4,100 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 7,100 pounds. And you're going to have a surprisingly high payload capacity of 1,714 pounds. So if you're looking to tow a trailer, of course, obviously, this truck does have the 321 rear axle. So you're going to really be limited to how much trailer you can tow. So be sure, if you're in the market to tow a trailer, make sure you understand the axle ratio for a truck like this. The e-torque is going to give you the max towing capacity, but typically when you get e-torque, a lot of times those trucks have more options. They're typically built on higher trim levels that I've noticed, like Laramie, and of course the Longhorn and the Limited. So that's going to reduce your overall towing capacity. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. And as I mentioned, I'm hoping to do more videos on this 1500 Ram trucks and maybe into the Ford and Chevy brand too. See you in the next video.